The first technique is craft foam embossing or craft foam impressions. So one of the things you could do is, you know what craft foam is? It's this stuff you can get at Walmart or the craft store. I've got a few pieces of it up here for you guys to try, but you cut out shapes or designs or whatever, and then you take a roller and you roll it on there so you can cut any kind of shape you want, and then it leaves a really nice crisp texture on there. The other thing you can do, the embossing part, is where you take the craft foam shapes that you cut out and you take like a regular old ballpoint pen and you like draw on it, and then when you press it in, it's going to leave those as like impressions. So really, that's like two techniques in one. You don't have to do both of those, but just try something with the craft foam. Either just the cutting out a shape, or you could just draw on it and then press it in. Either way.
How are you supposed to do that with like stuff like this?
That's number one. Number two is textured slip resist with thick paper. So I have drawn out my little cat on here. I'm going to cut this out. This is just some scrap paper that's really pretty thick. You could do like you could use an X-Acto knife, and I have cutting mats if you really have an intricate design you want to make, or like a stencil. Got a piece of paper, cut out a shape. Take a little water, just a little bit, on a, what does the paper say? Leatherhard, soft. Is that all it says for this one? This is the textured slip resist, softer leather hard clay. So add a little water so that this will stick. And then I've got this nice Ziploc bag of really soft, good slip. So when you paint this on, you want it to be textured. Do y'all see the texture of the slip there? Yes? Everybody see that? Textured slip? Then I'm going to take something like an X-Acto knife or a needle tool. I might let this dry a little bit, but for the sake of moving along, time-wise, I'm going to go ahead and lift it. There. Look at that. Number three. Slip trailing with underglaze. These things are called designer liner. Okay? It's just underglaze in a squeeze bottle. You got to shake it up.
Is this the one you do on the biscuit?
You can do this on almost anything. Bisque, soft, leather hard. Actually, does it say bone dry? Because you could do it on bone dry. I just prefer not to do hardly anything on bone dry personally. Okay, so did y'all see how I just put that on there? It's just plastic. There's no like screw threads. You just have to push it and twist it until it's on. And then you're definitely gonna need a tiny little pin. This is just a sewing pin to unclog this, because it will get clogged up. And watch, this will be clogged up right now from last year and I didn't even know it. These are really pretty hard to clean out, and you have to leave this pin in there in between uses. Oh, it's working. Okay. Okay, there's my cat. Yay! That's slip trailing. Slip trailing with underglaze. Okay, so here's my leather hard object. This is definitely leather hard. Okay, this does not work with Elmer's glue. Just letting you know. Here's Mod Podge. Okay, if you are not good at, I don't know how to, fine motor control, painting, drawing, then if you're not like clean with painting, this probably won't be clean for you either. But basically, you are painting Mod Podge onto this leather hard clay. I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'm gonna take a sponge, a wet sponge, and sponge this whole thing. But where the Mod Podge is, the clay will be sticking up because the sponge won't be able to take away any clay. So you can use stickers, you can use tape. If you're like, if you have one of those, you know those Cricut machines?
Yeah.
Do you guys have, anybody have a Cricut mom?
Yeah.
That makes t-shirts or stickers or whatever. Also, I have a little bit of this fine line. Y'all look how small this is. I have this tiny bit of this detail tape.
Now why can't we use this last year? I would have loved to do this last year.
But you can do it now. Okay, so anywhere I'm putting a sticker or tape, it's going to be unglazed. And I'm gonna go dip this. You like my yard sale stickers? I'm gonna go dip this in a glaze, and everywhere the stickers are, I will peel that off later so that it's gonna be blank clay underneath. Another thing that's cool, and you're not gonna see the results of this obviously today because I would need to glaze it and then show you. You can take a metallic Sharpie. It only works with bronze and gold. Huh? You can take a metallic Sharpie and draw anything on here and then dip it, and it's going to resist the glaze in those areas. Or paint on top of it, but dipping works pretty good for the resist. So I'm going to try this. So everywhere I have tape or metallic Sharpie, the glaze will not show up in those areas. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so I'm going to dip this here in a little bit, see if that works. Use this on leatherhard clay, but it does not work unless your clay's been fired. I have 2 underglaze pencils.
Oh yeah.
Okay? Pencils. So you could like, listen, I'm not going to draw anything magnificent here. I'm just trying to like, but it looks like a pencil. So if you wanted to draw something and have it have that drawn look like a pencil.
So it's an underglaze pencil.
It's, yeah. It's just kind of like dried underglaze in a pencil lead.
That would have been perfect for my little bunny heart looking
So this is underglaze, so it should be used in combination with underglaze. So
Oh, that looks cool.
I think you could do some cool stuff with it. You might look up some ideas. But if nothing else, you could just try this on some bisque just to see how it looks. Put the clear glaze over it. Use it in combination with underglazes and get a pencil drawn look.